Okay, all right. Hello, everybody. It's still September the 3rd. I know I'm a little late on my live, but listen here. I'm back and I'm ready to get back into the hot topics. Today is September the 3rd, 2025. The current time is 10:42 p.m. and that is Central. So what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and do some hot topics. We need to see what's been going on in the streets. And when I went to Instagram, baby, this was the first video that popped up. All right. So, what's going on podcast says dads don't play behind their offspring. Let's take a listen.
You was a dead man. The moment you took my daughter in that room and you couldn't tell me, you couldn't show me a fucking video or no motherfucking nigga. This for any motherfucking worker that think that they finna motherfucking put my daughter in a motherfucking room and think they ain't gotta talk to me. You was a damn man.
Release right now. You want to go now?
You better back the fuck up. I'm already ready to go to jail. You was a dead man.
All right, y'all, get into this. He did asking for a friend. Someone that says, sorry, but I think this man's a 100% hero. So his daughter went in a room with him and came out not wanting to go to school anymore and crying, and they refused to show him what took place in that room. When I first saw this, it said the guy is being choked at his job. It's social services, child protective services. The case manager being choked needed to talk to her in a private room. The father reacted this way after he came out. The original video is a lot longer. Okay, because I knew I saw this before. I didn't really know where I saw it at. But yeah. Excellent cook of J Dunn, short and sweet. Queen Tosin Ness. I'm happy about that. Absolutely. How you doing? And now we're on the hot topics. Okay. Get into that. Clock that tea. All right. So get into this. Someone says, I support this. I'm with dad because I got 3 girls. Yes, I bark and bite. But see, this wasn't what it was. I remember this video. This was pretty much a video. His daughter, Child Protective Services, end up being involved. They're getting called into their life. A report was made, and they needed to speak with the daughter alone. And so yeah, that's pretty much kind of what happened. All right, let's get into this. Major Reed Taylor Greene refuses to do interview with Don Lemon in Washington, D.C. I want y'all to get up into this because this is the bad beach blonde, bad built, butched body. Let's get into it.
Republicans
for
to join
these
in.
names.
So you can answer my questions.
You,
I'm
no,
also
you,
a survivor. I
no,
want to.
no, but you've been fired for being a misogynist.
No, I'm
from
not.
CNN.
We can talk about things
That's
that are
all in
not
the
true,
news.
but I would
But
love
if you
to
want an
stick to
interview
the
with
point
me,
and ask
you
you.
can follow the protocols and talk to
What I'm doing,
my
I'm
staff.
following the protocols.
No,
I'm
you're
talking
not.
to
No,
these
you
folks right
harassed
now.
my
You can
office.
answer my question
Look,
now.
you disrespected my office.
I did
you
not.
disrespected
I
me,
came in with
and
a group
you
of people.
rushed in my
I
office
did not.
yesterday.
Republicans
For
to join
these
in.
names.
So you can answer my questions.
No,
I'm also a survivor.
No,
I want to.
no, but you've been fired.
Okay, so let's get into this. This is my thing. I don't care what like what her personal issues are with him when it comes to being professional. Like, you are working for the United States government. You are in office. You were voted in through the people. And see, this is why you have to vet. This is why you have to do your research on individuals that you vote for. Because when it comes to my congressperson, I want to be able to talk to you. I want to be able to express myself. I want to be able to make a difference in the community, but I need your help. You know, you're kind of, in a place where you kind of sit high. Your resources are, you're very resourceful. We'll say that. You're very resourceful. And yeah, I don't see why she wouldn't have a conversation with him. Do you think that maybe she felt like he was going to sideline her with questions that blindside her with questions that she wasn't really ready for? Do you think that maybe she thought that he was going to go into the Jasmine Crockett? I mean, what do you think that he did to make her want to reject him? Here, we'll listen to some of these, read some of these comments. Every time I see her, I hear bleach blonde, bad build body. Oh my goodness, yes. So we'll do a deep dive. I did just set a goal. If you guys would love to support the goal, uh, it's not a must, but it's a plus. Okay. So listen here. It says, I love that Don is working for himself with a brand like his. He should have his own version of a political TMZ. I love Don Lemon. He don't give a F. I'm a Don Lemon stan. She won't do the interview, but got time to argue. Clock that C. Now that's the comment right there. That's the comment right there. Shout out to Hollywood Unlocked for providing this article. And shout out to the individuals that provided the one before this one. Mixie the Peach Thomas says, girl, CNN paid him $24.5 million after he got fired. What does that tell you, boo? Baby, Mr. Don Lemon got $24.5 million. What does that tell you, boo? That what they said wasn't true. He got fired for making a comment about Nikki Haley not being in her prime, which she isn't. Say what you want, but CNN had to cut that check. Okay. Give him all his ends. Run him his ends. Separation. Look, there goes Miss Jasmine. Listen. I love Jasmine Crockett. Miss Crockett. She is amazing. Chairman Crockett, yes. They love playing the victim. Stay on her neck, John. Let's hear that one more time before we take off.
Fired for being a misogynist.
No, I'm
from
not.
CNN.
We can talk about things that are not true, but I would
But
love
if you
to
want an
stick to
interview
the
with
point
me,
and ask
you
you.
can follow the protocols and talk to
What I'm doing,
my staff.
I'm following the protocols.
No,
I'm
you're
talking
not.
to
No,
these
you
folks right
harassed
now.
my
You can
office.
answer my question
Look,
now.
you disrespected my office.
I did
you
not.
disrespected
I
me,
came in with
and
a group
you
of people.
rushed in my office
did not.
yesterday.
Republicans
For
to join
these
in.
names.
So you can answer my questions.
No,
I'm also a survivor. I
No,
want to.
no, but you've been fired.
All right. So yeah, she's definitely not feeling Don Lemon. So like I said, I'm not really sure what he did. All right, let's go ahead and get into some other stories. Listen here. Diddy wants acquittal or a new trial, says Feds. Definition of prostitution is wrong. Oh, y'all listen here. Listen, I don't know what to tell Diddy. It was him trying to bail out 3 and 4 times. He got denied all those times. Dude, why you're pretty much acting like the monster that they described in those court documents when they say that you wanted what you wanted right then and there and this, that, and the third. Well, the judge, the honorable judge said, not on my watch. The honorable judge said, not on my watch. Clock, that's you. Coming in. Yeah, the honorable judge says, not on my watch. And Diddy is still incarcerated. Y'all know that he's up for next month. So he's like a month and 2 days away from his sentencing. So sentencing is like right around the corner. My thing for Diddy is, Diddy, stop complaining. Stop with all these requests and things like that. Like, you've tried 3 times to get out on bond. It didn't happen. It didn't matter if you turned in your passport. It didn't matter if you turned in, like your driver's license. But at the end of the day, they said that you were a flight risk. And just all those shenanigans that went on up in that court. I mean, not even, it was more of the people that were outside. It was content creators getting into it in the courtroom. Then you had Gene Deal that appeared out of nowhere, showed up to the court. Everybody thought that he was going to be testifying, but he didn't even need to be there. They didn't need to hear anything from him. They have been watching all the interviews that he's been doing over the years. Okay. Now let's go ahead and take a look at what they are saying. Diddy is firing back at federal prosecutors who are opposed to throwing out his conviction on Mann Act charges in his criminal case. Exclusive story by TMZ. Hopefully they grant him his wish and convict him on all the charges next time. Objection, Your Honor, reaching. Diddy thinks he makes the laws. You broke it by how they currently define it. So bye. Someone says, free that man. Enough is enough. Someone says, maybe it's time that Diddy learns that Diddy doesn't get everything Diddy wants. Woo! Let me read that one more time. Miss Thing says, maybe it's time that Diddy learns that Diddy doesn't get everything Diddy wants. Okay. Somebody says, free Puss. Free Diddy. Can't believe he's still begging to be free. Me neither. Why not just wait until you're sentencing? Like this right here, it does show aggression, and it shows in the media and the public, as an onlooker, right? As an onlooker, just observing, it looks like he's trying to bully the judge. It's like, he's going to try every which way, every crack, crevice, corner that he can cut. He's trying to go that way, but it's definitely not working. I think that he needs to save his money because, he's still having to pay those attorneys' fees. You know what I'm saying? Amen. Willing participants are not prostitutes. Don't push it, brother. Free Diddy. The audacity. Look who's talking. So he hasn't learned anything. Flying someone out for the reason to have sex is sex trafficking, and paying them is the literal definition of prostitution. Oh, child, that's a lot. That is definitely a lot. But let's go ahead and move into our next topic. I did have some that I sent to myself. So let me go into my DM and see which stories that I got for myself. Okay. So I've sent myself so many stories that I did want to cover. I think I'm going to leave my body cam footage to the end. Yeah, I think I'll save my body cam footage until the end. So we'll do the body cam footage at the end. Let me go ahead and bring this screen up. No, don't need that. Okay, so our next story is going to be Miss Karen Huger. Okay, Miss Karen Huger is of the Real Housewives of Potomac, released early from 1 year prison sentence. Okay, I'm assuming that it was because of good behavior, very much so demure, honey. She went in there, she followed the judge's orders, and she served her time. So shout out to Miss Karen Huger. And child, they said that Miss Huger went by the spa. She was going to get herself all massaged and relaxed and got made up before she had returned home to her Sugar Ray. Uh-huh. Yes, Mr. Ray was out here waiting on Miss Huger, Mrs. Huger, the Grand Dame. Real Housewives of Atlanta, Real Housewives of Potomac star Karen Huger's time in prison is over earlier than expected. The reality, star was released Tuesday from Montgomery County Detention Center in Maryland. A spokesperson for the Montgomery Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation confirmed to the Times Huger left 6 months into a year-long prison sentence. She was sentenced in February, 2 years in prison with 1 year suspended after she was convicted in 2024, driving under the influence in Potomac. Representatives for Huger 62 did not immediately respond to the outlet for requests for comment. Huger waved to bystanders from her SUV as she exited the facility shortly after her release, according to the video shared by Fox 5 DC reporter Stephanie Ramirez. Maryland police arrested Huger in March 2024, citing her for driving under the influence after she crossed a median and hit street signs, crashing her Maserati. She was booked on suspicion of driving under the influence and other traffic violations and was later released from police custody. Shortly after her arrest, Huger attributed the accident to grief and her mother's 2017 death. Grief comes and goes in waves, and with Mother's Day approaching, it has felt more like a tsunami, she told TMZ at the time. A Maryland jury convicted Huger in December of driving under the influence and negligent driving charges. The jury also found the Bravo celebrity guilty of failure to control speed to avoid collision and failure to notify authorities of an address change. She was cleared on a reckless driving charge. Huger's attorney, A. Scott Bolden, told People in a December statement that they were disappointed by the jury's verdict, but of course respect their decision and appreciate their time hearing our case. Amid her legal woes, Huger was absent from the Real Housewives of Potomac season 9 reunion. In a pre-recorded message played during the special, Huger said she entered a private recovery program to address her taking antidepressants and drinking. This is very frightening, but I accept full responsibility for everything with my car accident. Huger tearfully told producers, I don't care about me right now. I care about my children. I care about my family. They're so hurt. So listen here. What do y'all have to say about it? I really hope that she really takes that sentencing and that jail time very serious and learn to be responsible, learn to call an Uber, call a cab, call somebody. But don't just be out there willing and dealing it on your own, Miss Karen. You know what I'm saying? But don't just be out there. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so our next story is going to be coming from Instagram. So I have all my stuff over here. Oh my goodness. And I want to do some reviews on a few things. So y'all stay tuned to that. Okay, I've already reviewed that. Let me see what's in here. Oh, y'all. There was this interview that Tasha K did today. And oh my goodness, it's with Kelly Farrell from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So her and her husband interviewed. Man, it just seemed like there was a lot going on. And I'll keep my commentary for when I give that review, but I got a lot to say. But let's go ahead and get into this. Love and Marriage Huntsville alum Melody Shari claims Martell Holt and Ariane Curry ambushed her outside courthouse. What do y'all think about that? Do y'all think that it's appropriate for these parents to be acting like this and they have children involved. Let's get into it. Love and Marriage Huntsville alum Melody Shari claims Martell Holden and Ariane Curry ambushed her outside courthouse. According to Melody, she was recently ambushed by the pair outside of a courthouse. Let's go ahead and get into it.
How you doing? Fix your face, fix your hair at the same time. Don't look at me like that. It's over with now.
Who are
It's over with now. Both y'all. I'm not talking to you.
Oh, I thought you. Who you talking to?
That's me.
Who you talking to?
No, I said it's over with now.
Both of y'all. Who is both of y'all?
You and your man, Jason. You and your man, your boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
Jason, your boyfriend.
Okay, so now you're trying to tell me who my man is. But first of all, if it was, why would you be concerned? Like, you in the whole car with a whole supposed to be my man, my man, my man. Like, I don't understand how you could sit there and think that it's okay for a man that you call your man to be pressed about their ex. This 5 years an ex. Okay? That's why I said, boo, you slow. Because ain't no way. Now, here we go. I'm going to play it one more time. Here, do it, Canadians, for the people who need to hear it again. Got it? Face ID. Boom. Here we go. Drove back around to where I am.
Fix your face, fix your hair at the same time. Don't look at me like that. It's over with now.
Who are
It's over with now. Both y'all. I'm not talking to you.
Oh, I thought you. Who you talking to? Who you talking to?
No, I said it's over with now.
Both of y'all. Who is both of y'all?
You and your man, Jason. You and your man, your boyfriend.
Oh.
How you doing? Fix your face, fix your hair at the same time.
Oh, child, the messiness of it all. So that's Martell Holt. He's in the car with Ariane, and he's making these nasty remarks to her. She's minding her business, ain't saying nothing to him. Like, girl, you was driving in your car. You could have kept your windows rolled up. You could have kept it. You could have kept all that to yourself. All that energy and going up against the woman. What was you gonna do? Was you gonna get out and lay hands on her? Was you gonna get out and lay hands on her? Was you ready to get out and nuck and buck right in front of the courthouse? So you out here trying to provoke her for no reason. Like, girl, get in the car and move with your lady. So someone says he's still bitter. Man, he is very unhinged. And if I were her, I'd keep that thing on me at all times. This is why I don't understand why people. Somebody said, this is why I don't understand why they stay on the show. This is the reason I've stopped watching. You cheat on your wife, moved on with the side chick, and you still harass your ex-wife. Mel, keep doing you, sis. He's so damn simple. Him and Simple Simon belong together. Get a life. Wow. I'm sorry. I'm sick of both of them. Child. Martell is dangerous. Ariane is as well. Absolutely. Anytime that you're out here prancing around somebody's husband, and cranking it up with her, like, you're supposed to be bridging the gaps. Like, girl, if they don't get together, girl, at least the women can get along and get together and bring it together for the kids and stuff. But Ariane, I'm just not feeling you, sister. I'm not feeling that. So, speaking of, child, I went on this on site. So on site is one of my favorite blogs that I like to check out too. So get into this. It's on site reports, child. Woman explains why she refuses to give money to white homeless people. Okay, she says, how the F did you F up white privilege like that? A Black woman explains why she chooses not to give money to homeless white people because, in her view, they have benefited from white privilege and shouldn't be in that situation. What are y'all thoughts? Let's get into it.
And to be honest with y'all, I don't give homeless white people no money because how the fuck did you fuck up white privilege like that? Like, no, I only give it to my sisters and brothers. They the only ones that can fuck it up. We had it the hardest out here. I don't care. And to be honest with y'all, I don't give homeless white people no money because how the fuck?
All right, sister. Well, sister said what she said. Amen. Exactly. What we all low-key think. I'd be lying if I said I didn't think and feel the exact thing when seeing an able-bodied one, especially silly, at the exit of a highway. Hold head straight. Oh, all they need to do is take a bath, wash their hair, and put on a nice suit, and they'll get hired fresh off the street. No experience necessary. Clock that team. Baby, clock that team. And the hard, unfortunate truth is, even them being homeless and begging, they still believe that they are better than you. For I was hungry and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger and you invited me in. Matt 25:35, because in serving them, we serve him. Now that, yeah. And I would just say, if you're able, yeah. If you're not, it's okay to not be able to give. So I think that it should be on a, just if you can or if you can't. If it's in you, if it's on your heart, you do it. If it's not on your heart, then you don't do it. Right? All right, so let's get into it. Now listen here. This is about to wake the streets up. Baby, I want to say we need to be praying for these young individuals. We need to be praying for these individuals that are coming out and speaking their truth. We'll get into this. Jeffrey Epstein victims claim they will release the names of their predators on their own without government assistance. It will be done by survivors for survivors. The survivors are taking their power back. Y'all here for neighbors? I think we all know how this gonna end. You heard that part. B613 en route now. Please protect them or release it immediately. That particular part. By releasing their names at some point, this alone puts their lives at risk. Maybe it already has, but it's their lives and their families. Remember, these are rich to the ultra rich and powerful men from around the globe. Technically, there could be hundreds to thousands of victims, but many can't mentally or physically do this. They are courageous for moving forward with this. But if they're going to do it, they better do it right now. They should have been doing it at the damn press conference right here. Y'all should have gave us at least 10, 20 names up off that list. And now, why would they announce it instead of just saying the names? They finna pick them off one by one, child. Clock that T. I ain't even heard it yet. And I'm over here bothered. Let's go ahead and play the clip.
And let me announce now, several of us Epstein survivors have been discussing creating our own list of names. We know the names. Many of us were abused by them. Now, together as survivors, we will confidentially compile the names we all know were regularly in the Epstein world. And it will be done by survivors and for survivors. No one else is involved. Stay tuned for more details on that. Because history is watching, and so are the women who will come after us. Thank you.
Okay, but y'all should have gave us something, sis. When you doing that type of stuff, I mean, girl, I'm not, oh my God, like this is triggering. But why, girl, you should have gave at least 10 names. Y'all should have had a paper or something with some proof to where it backed up your claim, but y'all should have gave us something. Y'all should have gave us something. And I want to say y'all need to be moving quick, fast, and in a hurry to get it out. Out. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. Should have just released it. Secret Service about to tear y'all up. Clock that team. They should have dropped those names like a surprise Beyonce album. Just do it. No need for a press conference. Clock that team. She told her cards before playing them. See, she let the left hand know what the right hand was thinking. So while you have the mic, just name them. Like, why not? Ish, Lord, protect them. I can already see how this might play out. Molly, you in danger, girl. You in danger, girl. Yes, you in danger. All right. Let's go ahead. If you don't say it now, they're going to make sure you don't say it later. Listen here. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Now, I know that this can be tough for individuals, like coming out and, standing in your truth. Yeah, it'd be hard, but my thing is, girl, y'all, come on now. Like, girl, this is a lot. All right, y'all. Remember earlier I was telling y'all that Kelly Farrell from the Real Housewives of Atlanta, her husband did a press conference, right? Oh my goodness. No, 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 no. Okay. Kelly Farrell's ex-husband Mark Farrell breaks his silence on the injustice during their divorce, Aroa. Mark Farrell accuses ex-wife Kelly Farrell of lying in court, stealing his business, taking his home, children withheld, attacking his dignity, and claimed the injustice by the court system allowed it. Nana's Chicken and Waffles was my business, started with my money. Y'all, this is sad, but we've got to review. Let's go.
Hey, good morning. Today I end my silence for 3 years. I watched my name dragged through the mud, my business stolen, my home taken, my children withheld, and my dignity attacked. The truth is simple. What happened to me was not justice. It was abuse of power. The 2022 hearing that changed my life should have never happened. I was never properly served. Without service, there is no jurisdiction. That means the court never had the legal authority to rule against me. Yet they did. In that ruling, my company, my livelihood, and my future was taken from me. Even from disturbing the court, ignored overwhelming evidence. The Nana Chicken and Waffles was business. My business was started with my money and my family recipes. Just 1 month before the hearing, Kelly signed an operating agreement acknowledging that we were partners. We have a signature. We have a text sending it back to our business manager. We have Secretary of State filings, EIN numbers, tax documents, everything. She went into court, lied, and claimed she was the sole owner. The business ignored the agreement. Hey, good morning. Today I end my silence for 3 years. I watched my name dragged through the mud, my business stolen, my home taken. The business ignored the agreement, ignored the evidence, and handed my company. The clerk of court, Janice Morris, even further, posted on social media, celebrating Kelly, praising her as she took my company. You are the clerk of the court. I trusted you to be neutral, to respect the office you hold. Instead, you cheered on injustice. And Nancy Bills, every time I stepped into your courtroom, I expected fairness, but I found hostility and bias. You even denied me the right to counsel at one hearing. You called me names on record. You forced me under threat of jail to transfer assets that were fully in my name, including my food truck. You locked me up multiple times for money that had already been paid back into my joint account. I was terrified to stand before you because you showed me again and again that I had no chance of being treated fairly. The business ignored the agreement, ignored the evidence, and handed my company.
All right. So what he's alleging is that there was unfair treatment. There was unfair treatment in his divorce. I did see his interview with Tasha K. I am going to review it. I mean, you guys, that interview, it has so much tidbits. She's back for season 17, Kelly Farrell. So I'm interested in seeing how all this is playing out on screen. What he did mention on there, and see, this is the thing with me. When it comes to like reality TV, I wouldn't put my family in that. I wouldn't put my family on the reality TV. Now, if it's me and, I can be on there with other, however, if it's a show about me or something, yeah, but I'm not going to join a cast. So it is different. Yes, I'll put my family, we'll do television later on, but not on a cast. If it's like showing our life and our businesses and things like that, yeah. Because one day I'm going to own many, many, many businesses. Okay. And we're starting with the Clean Tulsa show. All right. Putting it in the algorithm. All right. So let's go ahead and go to our comment section and see what the people are saying. Someone says, yeah, I believe her. At this point, we just need a spin-off show, Ex-Husbands of Atlanta, him, Simon, Peter, Apollo, Mark, Daly. Maybe Cordell could be a friend of the show. Baby. We got, if we gonna do all that, then we have to have Matt, because Kim, they said husbands, ex-husbands. Okay, because I was gonna say, well, Matt, Kenya dated him, and then oh my God, what is that dude? That light-skinned dude that she had dated like in earlier seasons, when she had come on to the show. Not you holding a press conference for a divorce. File an appeal and move on. If she wasn't on Roa, this wouldn't even be online. I miss Greg Leak, someone says. Baby Simon, the husbands want peaches so bad. He goes, here goes Simon Jr. Funny how she on her second season of Roa, and all of a sudden he wants to come out the crack in the wall. These men have turned into women over the past few years. They are all wanting princess treatment. I don't think people saw that. I don't think people really understand it, because from that interview, it gave me insight on kind of like what was happening and stuff. Someone says, "Get away from me with this Mark." I don't know why, but I believe him. By the way, who this? Someone says, "Look like we know where Kelly might be sitting on the couch at the reunion." Bravo, Andy, it's time. We need the first ever Real Husbands of Atlanta. Death Bring Peter, Apollo Nida, Simon, Croy, Lisa Wu, ex-hub. Oh yeah, wasn't he like a football player? Maybe even Portia, other ex. Maybe we can finally hear his side of the story. Oh, and you gotta have Dennis, Candy, Nene Leakes, and whoever else is married, because them Atlanta men are different. They get petty though. You know, I don't know. That would be different. That would be different. I'm not opposed to the idea, but I think that would be interesting. Okay. I think that would be very interesting. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, so there's this lady on there's this lady that I had ran across. Her name is officially Dot Moore. Besties, we are seeing it with our chest while wearing on our chests. Shout out to Sam Cooke, a singer, songwriter, political and civil rights activist. Also someone I deeply admire. All I know is a change gonna come, and it starts September the 1st. Black-owned beauty supply stores, products, and nail shops only. Next order of business. Merch is here. Get your favorite quoted hoodie and t-shirts from me. Available now. Link in bio. I love you all. So this lady has opened up her own beauty supply store. Products and nail shops only. Let's go.
And I go to my brother. I say, brother, help me please. But he winds up, knocking me down on my knees. Oh, it's been times I thought I couldn't last too long. didn't know if I was able to carry on. It's been a long time coming out. I know a change gonna come. Oh yes, it will.
It's been a long.
Yes, listen here. Y'all make sure y'all get on over to .official more. It's officially _.more. Okay, make sure you are following. Make sure you are getting your beauty supply needs. I'm pretty sure they ship. So yes, definitely check her out. That is her Instagram, beautiful voice, and that woman is so amazing. And I want y'all to look forward to her in the future. Seriously. All right. So our next topic is going to be, all right, what's up next? All right. So what's up next is, let's see. Let's see. Oh, y'all. So get into this. I did come across this article right here. Hey Norris, how you doing? What's up? Hey. So this story was very interesting to me. Okay, so this story right here says man suspected of unaliving 2-year-old boy is caught 5 years later wearing a wig. You can run, but you can't hide. An Ohio man wanted in connection to the 2020 death of a toddler has been arrested 5 years later in Massachusetts. Deoblus Williams, 25, was caught in the downtown area of Framingham on Wednesday, August 27th, around 8:30 a.m. a local time, according to a news release from a Framingham Police Department. Get ready to have those cheeks spread. Oh, somebody said you're ready to have those cheeks spread. So he unalived a 2-year-old baby when he was 20. How messed up can you be at such a young age to do such a thing? RIP to the 2-year-old baby, to the 2-year-old boy who sadly died. Yeah. May that baby have justice, period. Death penalty. Handsome face with a wicked mind. Lord Jesus. And I understand why this happened 20 years old. Should be making a life for himself, not taking a life horrible decision. Oh my God. Always Ohio. What's going on in Ohio? So yeah, that happened. I pray that that baby gets justice. He didn't deserve that. He did it. I think it's sad. Now y'all get into this. I don't know if y'all watched Rock of Love, but Rock of Love star Kelsey Bateman. She died. It was reported 3 days ago that she had passed away. TMZ reported it. Kelsey Bateman, a contestant on Bret Michaels' reality show Rock of Love, has died. All we know at the link in the bio. So it's unclear how she died. I clicked the link, so you don't have to. You're welcome. Thank you. They don't know how she got. How was she 39 when that show is super old? So how old was she on there? Ooh. What was her nickname on the show? Was she the one who won with the pink hair? They should post a pic from that era. RIP. She will always be mine and Ambom's little skipper. Is this the girl that laid on a speed bump crying? Oh my God, I loved her. RIP. Wow. Yeah, it's a lot going on. And like I said, they said that Roland Ray has, went to glory, allegedly. Now listen, this was a lot of hype. I know a lot of people were talking about it. They said, oh, well, Snoop Dogg, he was feeling a certain type of way and, this, that, and the third. Well, he ended up coming out with an apology, or clearing the air, rather. Shout out to our friends over at the Jasmine brand for reporting this. The Jasmine Brand says Snoop Dogg says he was caught off guard amid backlash over remarks about lesbian couple in pictures. Lightyear, my bad. I'm not perfect. Responding to a clip of TV personality T.S. Madison calling him out, Snoop took to the comment sections writing, "I was just caught off guard and had no answer for my grandsons. All my gay friends know what's up. They've been calling me with love." He added, "My bad for not knowing the answers for a 6-year-old. Teach me how to learn. I'm not perfect." The hip hop legend originally made controversial comments on the It's Giving podcast, saying a scene showing Alicia Hawthorne and her wife threw him for a loop and made him scared to go to the movies. Oh, child. Was he high? Was he high at the time? Madison was one of many to publicly speak out, questioning why Snoop was fine with explicit scenes in his music videos, but uncomfortable with a sweet scene between women, calling his remarks rooted in a little bit of homophobia. Snoop remarks also caught the attention of Lightyear writer Lauren Gunderson, who helped write the scene and stood firmly behind the decision to include same-sex characters. She stated, "I created the Lightyear lesbians. Small line, big deal. I was elated that they kept it. I'm proud of it to infinity. Love is love." Honey, okay. This thing said, I said what I said. I wrote what I wrote. The movie is out. You watch. Thank you for the coin. I mean, was it? I mean, I'm just, girl. We are not canceling Snoop. Leave him alone. Why put characters like that in a children's movie? Oh, shoot. Well, sweetheart, y'all already know that from my recollection of people having conversations, they said that cartoons and Disney and all that, this was already happening. This was already happening. You know, I'm not saying that it's right. I'm not saying that I don't know what the heck to think. You know, I really don't. I don't know what to think. I don't know. I didn't see the movie, you know. I didn't see the movie. I don't think kids just really be into it like that. They just watch a movie and they on to the next scene. Like, I don't think their little brains are focused on that. You know what I'm saying? I think we need to just sit, observe, and watch. And like I said, just do your research. The next time you go and want to watch a movie, I would just say research it deeply before you find yourself in a Snoop situation where he watches a movie, he comes online, and then he gives his grievances. But I agree with T.S. Madison. Like, what is all this, you know, hoorah, hoorah, when the music industry, baby, is a lot of girl on girl action. A lot of girl on girl action is promoted through music, through videos. I mean, come on now. It's the fake false outrage. And that's why I said, was Mr. Snoop, was he, you know, was he high? You know, well, how good, you know, did he get a new batch? You know, that must have been a new batch, honey, because he came in acting like, honey, he never seen it before. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he's getting up there in age. You know what I'm saying? And he's just, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. But anywho, y'all let me know how y'all feel. I want to thank y'all so much for coming by and giving me your royal minutes. Listen here, we have hot topics back on the menu. We are back in the black tea sector. We are back in the beef sector. We are back in celebrity news. We will be covering true crime and more. So stick around. You get a variety over here. And I just want to thank you all for the unconditional support. For those of you that's been around for a long time, listen here. I'm back. I'm ready to work. And it's time to make magic again. So thank you all for giving me an opportunity once again. And I'll see you on the next broadcast. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. And to our replay gang, thank you for watching as well. Thank you. Good night.